going to be going over the asana of the month, which is Pincha Mayurasana, or forearm stand, which is an inversion, and it can be a challenging inversion for different people. Some people find the shoulders are tight, so it's a little harder to get into. Others just find going upside down can be very scary. So you always want to work with where you're at in that moment, staying present with how are you feeling that day and what's going on for you. So I'm going to show some beginning stages, kind of how to set yourself up for the pose. All right? So we'll start there. So Pincha Mayurasana, as it's called, is forearm stand. So we want to come down onto our forearms. And we want the elbows in line with shoulders. They can be just a little wider than shoulders if you're tight. We want fingertips nice and wide, just like you would in down dog. Middle finger pointing forward. And the key, one of the keys to this pose is to really press down through your forearms, hence the name, so that while your wrist creases are attached to the mat. Then it's a good idea, relax your head and get the upper back nice and engaged by arching between the shoulder blades. At the same time, you want to energetically squeeze elbows in towards the midline, so you feel your pectorals really active as well as your upper back. Now, we're going to curl the toes under, and we're going to breathe right here. This is referred to as dolphin. It's a beginning stage of working your way into Pincha Mayurasana. So for many people, that's where you're going to stay, which is perfectly fine. Then, when you think you maybe want to try and take it a little deeper, lift a leg. Breathe here, really reaching through that lifted leg. Because one problem or thing that happens a lot for a lot of people in this pose is once they try to get up, they collapse all the way through here. And then the head comes to the floor. It's called forearm stand, not headstand. So we want the head to be clear of the mat. So once you kind of breathe here, you get the legs up. This is also a great way to open up the back of the legs for the hamstrings. Then another way to sort of build up strength and another way to take it deeper is to lift a forearm off the floor and place them on your lower back. Really pressing the other forearm into the floor to lift out of your shoulder. Take a few breaths, switch, go to the other side to build up that strength. Helps to build the body memory once you try to go upside down. So then once you think you're ready to try it, I suggest turning around and facing the wall. So you want to have yourself set up so that you're close enough to the wall that it can catch you. But we want the wall to only be our safety net. Most times we're ending up just trying to get up, which is fine. Once again, that's another stage. Just trying to get the legs up to the ceiling. Once you know you're able to do that, you want to think about really lengthening the whole body towards the ceiling so that you're not crunching the lower back, collapsing in through the shoulders. So once again, it's a lot of pressing into the forearms, getting upper back and chest muscles really active, and lengthening your feet to the ceiling. And I'm big on people really using the belly, so trying to come in as close as you can. Inhale one leg up, and then as you exhale, lift the other one up to meet it. And then as I said, you just want the wall to be your safety net. Catch you as you need it so you don't collapse over, okay? But it also can be very scary for people. So play with your comfort zone, test the edges, but don't feel like you have to bully on through them. Pushing past that in a safe, kind way to yourself. Then once you're ready to work away from the wall, you're able to get up there, you're able to find a balance, start to kind of inch yourself a little further away from the wall, so that eventually you work to come up into the full posture. And for some of us, that may never happen. For some of us, it happens some days, and other days, you can't get up at all. So I'm going to show coming up the other way. Today might be one of my days, honestly, that I may or may not get up into it. But it's all about being in the practice and being in the moment and just kind of accepting where you're at. So if this is like kind of scaring you, don't worry. Remember, there's also beginning stages. Because the other thing is to do this safely so that you don't land on neighbors, if you're in a class practicing this away from the wall, is you want to have your exit strategy. My key to exit strategy is you're going to twist to one side. I'm right-handed, so that's my dominant side. Once I feel like momentum's going to take me over, I'll twist to my right and lift my elbow out of the way. Okay? So you come here, inhale, and exhale one up, and then twist to get yourself out of the way. That way you can land in a nice spot, hopefully not on a neighbor or props that are around you. Okay? So there are many different stages. Once you kind of get up, you're able to get up, you work to breathe and lengthen to the ceiling because you want your whole body really, really active. Okay? So let's see how my Pincha Mayurasana goes today. May not happen. I think that's where we're going to end today. So thank you very much. Enjoy Pincha Mayurasana. It's a great way to test your boundaries and get a new perspective on your practice.